Newsshooter coverage of IBC 2025 is sponsored by B&H.
I'm Eric Naso with Newsshooter.com, and we are at IBC 2025, and I'm with Andy at Nanlux. How's it going?
Good to see you.
Excellent, good. The show's been busy.
It is. It's very busy for us, and I believe for you guys, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have two lights in kind of a family, a series. Talk to me about these two new products.
So these are the new products that we just introduced to the market, which is the Evoke 150C and the Evoke 600C.
Do they share a lot of similarities in like the color and the design, but the output's a little different?
Yes. So basically, they incorporate with the same light engine, and it's just also using the same philosophy for us building the light, the Evoke series, and just the difference between it's basically power draws, output, and the size of the form factor.
And lighting is, the quality of the light is really increased over the few years. Can you talk to me a little about some of the technical ratings and aspects of the color accuracy of the lights?
The color accuracy of the light is amazing because it has been using our latest light engine, which is the Nebula C8 color light engine, and that incorporates with 8 colors, just in addition of the traditional 6-color engine, which is RGB LAC. We actually incorporate with deep red and indigo, which give you several functions. The first one is the ultra wide color temperature range. With the deep red, we're being able to go with 1000 Kelvin to 20,000 Kelvin for the color temperature range, which is the widest in the market at the moment. And the second thing is, because of the deep red, it actually gives you a better skin tone in terms of the color reproduction. And then third thing was because of the deep red and the indigo, the saturation of these two colors is actually getting better. Like it's just so vibrant, so rich.
Now, talk to me about the actual wattage and power draw and powering options that are available.
So basically, the numbers on the fixture is actually sort of stands for the input of it. So the 600 watt draws 600 watt from AC, and the 150 draws 150 watt from AC as well. And then also,
now you know that a lot of lights, they don't do that. Like they'll say it's a 600 watt light, but the power draw could be 700 watts or something. So that's a great thing that it's straight up. That's what it is. And you know how to use a battery or something if you wanted to power it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're sort of trying to make it as simple as possible, and then also let the number really brings information to the customer. And then also in terms of the power options, that it's an AC/DC or it's an AC/DC in one plug. So basically, you can either just run AC or you can run DC input. So let's say on the 600, you could run AC power, and then you can. So with the underdeveloping power controller, you are being able to using battery options as well, like V-mount batteries or basically the gold mount batteries. And then on the 150, we already reserve a V-mount slot with included D-tap cable. So then basically you can run a V-mount batteries with mounted on the yoke that powering the units. Okay,
and the design, it's not an all-in-one design, right? You have a controller box or a ballast that's separate from the head, or is it all in one design?
It's actually all in one design because we do believe that in this kind of period of time that people are looking for a high efficiency, and that means that it's like less components, less cabling, it's always better. So we do believe that one head, one cable, like the all-in-one design is the direction that we're heading to, just try to bring the highest efficiency to all the productions that we're serving.
I kind of agree with that. I like the all-in-one design. I know people say, but you can, if you have the cable from the head and a controller, you can adjust it, but you can use an app for that as well, right?
Yeah. And also, I mean, we do have like a wire controller if needed. Also, the wire controller is included in the 600, and it's an optional accessory for the 150.
Okay, let's talk about accessories. What does the light come with, and what is available for them?
The mount system on the 600 is actually a BE mount, which is a Bowens mount with electronic contacts. What that means is like with the BE mount accessories that you are being able to, with the contacts, that the light itself will calibrate the light output accordingly to the accessory, and then also giving power to the accessory, let's say a motorized funnel. Okay. And then, but also at the same time, since it's a Bowens mount, you can also use all the existing Bowens accessories on the light, and then it's basically just the easiest way to reuse all the existing modifiers that in the market. And then the 150C, it's a FE mount, which is a FM mount with electronic contacts. And the FM mount was being used on the Forza 60 and the Forza 150. So that means that as long as you own some of the accessories that could fit in that mount, you can still use it on the 600. And then also at the same time, we're developing a exclusive line of accessories for these two units as well.
Fantastic. Now the contacts you say work with the Fresnel. Talk to me a little about how that works. How does it control the Fresnel?
So via the contact of the Fresnel, that as long as you attach it to the light, since there is a connection in between, so basically the light itself will providing power to the Fresnel. And also at the same time, you can either control it from the Fresnel about the flood and spout, or you can control it from the light itself, or let's say DMX or Y controller or our Bluetooth app.
And when you say control, you mean basically adjusting, how sharp it's going to be and how wide the Fresnel will be. How does that work? You touch a button on side and...
Yeah, so basically it's right here, as you can see. That's the button that as long as you press it, they will just motorize the Fresnel to the position that you want.
Awesome. And what type of accessories does it come with?
So for the Evoke 150C, it comes with a bag of standard refractor and also a cable. On the 600C, we do have two configurations. One is the cotton box configuration for the, let's say, owner-operators they want to put on their truck. It's going to be a head with the yoke and the standard refractor with included wire controller plus a cable. But there is also a trolley case kit, which just basically including a trolley case as well.
That's nice. So you just keep it safe while it's in the trucks.
Yeah, I mean, for the customers that they know already what they want and they can build their own case, so then they no longer need to purchase the case. And it's environmentally friendlier to everyone, and also at the same time save some costs for the customer.
What is the weight of these lights?
So the 150 is about 2.1 kilos, and the 600 is 8.3 kilos. So what we do is, like, even though it's an all-in-one unit, but at the same time we've been trying our best to sort of minimize the weight of it and also the size of it. So actually, the 150, even though it's an all-in-one unit, but comparing to the lights with a spare power supply, the head itself is the same weight as the another product. And then the 600, even though it's slightly heavier than the head with separate controls, but still in general the total weight is still lighter, and the size is just very compact.
Talk to me a little about the IP rating.
So both of the fixtures are IP66 rating, which means that as long as you don't take it underwater like a bass, it will survive.
So no problem in the rain, just don't put it in a lake.
Yeah, it is. As long as, it's storm-proof, so no worries on that.
Okay. Talk to me about the pricing for both fixtures.
So for the 150 itself, it's $1080 US, and then for the 600 it's $2580, and they are available for pre-order at the moment. So right now we have a full list of accessories that's under developing at the moment, so we're going to introduce to the market later.
Okay. So the Fresnels are still under development. You don't really have a price for them, and you're not sure when the release date will be?
Not yet, but I believe it's going to be very close.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Have a great show.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.